Hello and welcome to this weather and wildfire update. Saturday night. Usually we don't do weather and wildfire updates, but we've had a very dry day across the area. Numerous wildfires broke out last night and continue to burn through the day, including this one you see here on the satellite image. I kind of starting out with this. This is a huge wildfire up in Passaic County on the border of Passaic County and Orange County in New Jersey. And this is a very large wildfire. So if we go to the NJFFS Twitter, let's see if we can, let's go to their Twitter and get the latest on this here, or should I say X. This is the Jennings Creek wildfire, all right? And there's still no containment right now. It's still burning. This was at 7:24. This is on the scene of a wildfire burning in the area of Greenwood Lake Turnpike and East Shore Road in West Milford. And the fire is also burning in Orange County. It's now 2,000 acres. No containment. 10 structures are threatened. And we also have local road closures as well with this fire. And it looks like a brickman the brickman, he was shooting incendiary rounds, and he started the shotgun wildfire in Jackson Township. So let's see, we got the Cannonball 3 wildfire still going. That's 75% containment at 175 acres. And we got the, it looks like they finally got the Inglewood Cliffs fire out at 39 acres. Or, well, they say it's 75% contained. It's not out. And then, this is the Jennings Creek wildfire. So this is the one that's creating all the smoke that we're seeing here in the satellite image, and also causing air quality issues. We look at the current air quality map. Nope, not that. The AQI map. You'll see that we have AQI impacted here in our area, and you can see in New York City, they've got unhealthy air being reported here. Unhealthy for sensitive groups here. Let's see. Can it view map? Let's go to the full map here. This actually shows it very nicely. You can see where the smoke is. It's over the city, and it's over over Queens and Nassau, particularly on the South Shore. Suffolk County not dealing with it as much. They may be dealing with a little bit of it, but definitely not as much. And it's all coming from this fire over here up in this area here, not too far from Ringwood State Park and West Milford. So this is a pretty big fire, and this smoke is likely to spread out across the area tonight because we have lighter winds, and it's just going to spread out. Let's look at the satellite imagery here so we can show you the satellite imagery of this as well. This fire here, so you get a chance to look at it here on the satellite loop, and should be able to see that shortly. Yeah, look at that. You can see the plume of smoke coming down. Look at that. Wow. So, yeah, it's going right over Queens and Nassau now, that plume of smoke. So it's starting to kind of push more into Long Island, and that's where we're seeing that smoke. As far as the day, it was a beautiful day. I was in the Pine Barrens today. The good news is I can report to you that the lakes at the Brookhaven State Park and the Pine Barrens, they're very full despite the drought. You'll see in the video. I was pleasantly surprised. And it was a beautiful day. Clear day. No haze. I was worried there would be some haze, but there wasn't. But I decided the wind quieted down, and it started picking up again in the afternoon. I'm like, all right, it's time to get out of here. And on my way back, this was a wildfire that started in Coram, in the woods behind the Home Depot here. So I knew it was time to get on out of there, and luckily I was able to just make the 51. Almost missed it because, not 51, 53, by the Independence Plaza in Selden, because stupid lights were out of sync. But luckily I was able to make it and get down to Patchogue and head west. And as I headed west, I know when I got to Babylon, I could already see the smoke on the horizon looking west. And then transferring again at Massapequa, the smoke became even more evident here as the sun was going behind it. And you can really see that smoky haze there. Another couple of pictures in Massapequa of that smoky haze. And you could see it in the... there, took a number of it. And then I got to Belmore. That's when I started actually smelling the smoke. We actually had the smoke in the air. You can see here, this is what it looked like here. A whole cloud of smoke right there that was moving in on us. And at night, you could see the haze from the smoke. You could see the haze in the air. So let's see, I think I showed another picture of it here. Yep, here we go. So you can see the haze in Belmore. Clearly see the haze from the smoke. Very noticeable wildfire smoke smell. Rockville Center, it was even thicker. It was really something to see. You could actually see it in the car headlights as well. See the car headlights, see that little beam there? That's the smoke right there. I took some photos at night, too, as well, to show the sky was actually kind of orange, even at night with the moon. It was quite interesting. Yeah, we had an orangish sky tonight. So it's all from that fire, mostly from that fire that's burning the Jennings Creek wildfire that we're seeing right now. So look at some observations right now. Red flag warning looks like it still continues for Massachusetts, but we've got a freeze warning in effect for Suffolk County because it's going to drop below freezing for most areas. It's already 27 at the Bresky Airport, so 37 at Islip. It's interesting. It's saying thin scattered at 4,000 feet, so it sounds like they're getting some smoke over there. If they're picking that up, because we don't really have any clouds right now in the area other than the smoke. And then if we go over to Farmingdale, 43 north wind at it's just saying clear. But if we go look at JFK here, you'll see, all right, thin scattered again, 4,000 feet. That's the smoke. And JFK was actually reporting smoke from time to time. We have a light, very light north wind, but that smoke is going to kind of spread out across the area tonight. So that's why I think we're going to have some air quality issues. And you could see during the day, you could see we had some strong winds over. And again, this was overnight. We had some really strong winds. Of course, this isn't listing all the observations for JFK all of a sudden. Kind of interesting. But you can see 9-mile visibility at times due to smoke in the air. The smoke was also reported at Central Park as well. There's also a wildfire in Prospect Park as well. So you can see, visibility was down to 5 miles at Central Park due to haze in the middle of the day. It looks like it's come back up again because the smoke has kind of shifted a little more to the east now, and a little more over Queens and Long Island. But I don't see an air quality alert on this, which really kind of surprises me. They dropped the air quality alert? I don't think so. No, it's still here. It's still here. But the air quality alert does not include Nassau County. It should include Nassau County because the smoke is definitely going over parts of Nassau County as well. It's saying Orange Putnam, New Jersey, and that's going to go into midnight Sunday night. Oh, it's Monticello. Let's see when this one is going to midnight Sunday night. So, we're going to be dealing with the smoke tomorrow too, perhaps as well. I know the winds are going to shift west to southwest. So, and you can see, you look at this here, and even the forecast says patchy smoke. There's definitely some smoke around tonight. I know it's fall. I know. But it's crazy, I'll tell you. So let's just look at our highs for the day. See, Miller Air Park's down to 31. 27, actually, at Miller Air Park. I don't think they had any smoke over there in the air. Looks like they haven't, but they've dropped down below freezing already in the Pine Barrens. Not a surprise. I don't see any impacts to visibility there. So let's go look at our highs and lows today. And the highs, let's get them. Oh, yeah, I know we have this problem where the highs and the lows don't want to show up. But we had mid-50s today. Toms River, let's see what they got up to. Upper 50, more or less mid-50s. Close to normal for the day, I think. Let's go to lows. I've got to have to figure this out why it's not working. Probably the current temperatures of the lows at this point. So that's what I'm thinking right now. So anyway, we have a problem with displaying that kind of that data right now. So let's look at the drought monitor. That's the next thing we're going to look at here, because some things have changed in our area as well with this. So you'll see here, extreme drought now in the New Jersey Pine Barrens. Ocean County, Burlington County, Atlantic County, pretty much the entire Pine Barrens of New Jersey is in an extreme drought. That's D3. And that's surrounded by a severe drought, which is D2. We are in a D1 moderate drought, according to the drought monitor that was released on November the 7th. Let's go look at our climate almanac for the day as well. Might as well do that as well. think I forgot to do that when I did the video last night. So high of 55, low of 43. The high was 1 degree below normal. However, the low of 45 was 4 degrees above normal. So washes out to be right around normal for today, just 1 degree above normal. So fairly close to average. That's our normal high, 55 degrees. So it wasn't really too much below average. But, oh yeah, I wanted to look at yesterday's too, just to... Okay, now I screwed it up. That's nice. Well, let's look at New York City's. High of 54, low of 43. Yeah, fairly close to average. 1 degree below normal. We'll put this back to Islip, because I want to look at yesterday's. So yesterday had a high of... Actually, yesterday should have been... I think it had 7. No, it's saying a high of 69 and a low of 40. But that high was 13 degrees above normal, putting us 7 degrees above normal for the day. But today we were at normal, but we're going to be going above normal starting tomorrow. And again, yeah, we got the smoke that we're going to be dealing with. Again, Nassau County does not have smoke in the forecast, but there is smoke, particularly from the South Shore. It's definitely very noticeable on the South Shore. Worse than in the middle, and probably the further east you go, the better off you're going to be. The further southwest you go, the worse that smoke's going to be. And if we click Queens, you'll see the forecast says areas of smoke. So, yeah, we got some smoke out there from these wildfires that are going. So, let's go to the, we can through all this. Let's just look at the models here and show you what we got going on, and then we're going to just talk a little more about these wildfires here going on. High moves all short tomorrow, and yes, we finally get some rain overnight. So let's go look at some of the short-range models here. It should show up all the rain, and it's so nice to see the rain. So we have the clouds increasing tomorrow, and then the rain arrives probably sometime around 7, 8 o'clock. We'll have some light rain, and then could be moderate at times. And that rain's going to continue for most of the night into the morning. So a very beneficial rain, and boy, do we need it. It's finally going to end this ridiculous stretch of dry weather. We're probably over 40 days now. I know we've had a little rain here and there, but really, this is going to be the first substantial rain we've seen in a while. And if we look at the total accumulated precip, yeah, we're going to get a half an inch perhaps of very, very much needed rain. And that's because we're finally getting a stronger cold front. There's going to be some more moisture with this. So looking at the winds, as far as the winds go, calm winds tonight, which will allow for radiational cooling. And then we have a light westerly wind to start. And then it becomes southwesterly. So that smoke is still going to probably be around. And then here comes that moisture that we need so badly. That's going to bring us some rain. And then good thing we get the rain, because then the west winds start getting cranking again later Monday. Here is your temperatures tonight. We're going to have lows probably getting to around the freezing mark in most areas. Pine Barren's going to be below freezing for sure. 20s, low 20s, maybe even some teens there, given how low those dew points are. I mean, humidity was just very low today. Tomorrow, we warm up a little more, up closer to 60, so we go back above normal again. And then it'll stay warm overnight tomorrow night with the rain. And then Monday, we'll probably wind up being above normal again with highs in the mid-60s. But let's get to some other models and take a look at this rain. Oh, you excited? All right, here's the NAM. So here's the NAM. Has it arriving around 1. And then you can see, yeah, look at that. Got some yellows in there, too. That's good. And that's going to go over New Jersey. And, I mean, it's not a soaker, but it'll... Let's see what the NAM is putting here. It always usually gives us a little bit more. Yeah, around that half inch. Some areas will get a half an inch. Some areas might get gypped and only have a quarter of an inch. But it looks like over New Jersey and Long Island, I'm not sure how much rain they're going to get where that wildfire is burning, though, because it looks like it tends to taper off as we get to the north, and that wildfire is right over here. So, anyway, as far as clouds go, obviously clouds will be on the increase tonight, through the day tomorrow, and yeah, I know we're missing data here. Let's go to the 18s. Clouds in the increase tomorrow. Again, increasing cirrus clouds. Again, rain develops by evening. And then we start with the clouds, and then the skies clear out more on Monday afternoon. So let's talk about these wildfires a little more. We have some stories here that I want to show you here. So, firefighters battle wildfire on site of former chemical site in Pompton Lakes. Due to wildfires, the National Weather Service has issued air quality alert in our area.
Continues to spread.
You can see what's going on over here.
Has the very latest update outside Town Hall. Tom, what can you tell us?
Well, Aisha, progress has
Let's go to this
been made
one,
here.
all right, because this is the big one here, the West Milford one. This is the one that's really out of control right now.
We're learning that a New York State forest ranger has died battling a wildfire in Greenwood Lake, New York. Now, the fire in Greenwood Lake started in West Milford and is burning on both sides of the New York-New Jersey border.
So it has claimed the life of a forest ranger. That's very sad.
Saturday night, the Forest Fire Service said the blaze in West Milford is still at 0% contained. 2,000 acres have burned across North Jersey and neighboring Orange County, New York.
Our concern for our agency right now is the fire we have going up in West Milford. That's going to be the biggest one this year so far.
The blaze is mainly impacting forest land, but 2 residential structures are threatened, along with 8 in the Long Pond Ironworks Historic District. None have been evacuated. The impact in New Jersey comes as the weather changed the fire's course.
Yesterday afternoon, fire was pushing into New York. Winds changed overnight and started pushing it back into New Jersey. We have a unified command between the New Jersey Forest Fire Service and the New York State Rangers.
Helicopters
Look at all that
doused
smoke.
this fire, along with one in nearby Pompton Lakes, with water to try and stop the spread. Local volunteers spraying brush with water to try and help. It'll take a change in the weather to reach full containment.
We're not talking, a rain shower or something. We're talking inches of rain. A nice, slow, steady rain that can penetrate the ground. Because right now the ground's so hard that you get a heavy shower or something, it's just going to run off the ground.
Locals are concerned with how frequent and how close together these Passaic County fires have been.
That makes me scared for my home, also for the people around, and kind of the air quality. The world is kind of changing with climate change and everything, and now it's kind of crazy that this is normal a little bit.
Yeah, but who'd you vote
Several
for in
local
the
roads
election?
are
That's what I'm
closed
curious
across West
about.
Milford, except for fire crews.
Because you voted for Trump, you don't care about climate change.
Sunday morning in West Milford, Tom Krasnowski, News 12.
It's like people are aware of it, but it's not a priority for them. We've got to elect people who are going to take this more seriously. But hey, all right, get off the soapbox. Let's look at. There was another now Long Island also had a wildfire. We have a couple of wildfires that happened here, and wildfires spark across Long Island here. This was the one in Baiting Hollow.
3 brush fires broke out on Long Island today, and it is happening across the state. Governor Kathy Hochul is now deploying state resources and issuing an air quality alert. And as News 12's Emily Druby reports, firefighters spent over 9 hours fighting a blaze today in Riverhead.
A lot of smoke. There was a very low visibility when we came out of the staff house around 1, 2 o'clock.
A fire ripping through the woods behind the camp. Colin Hedges runs, volunteers staying to help with winterization, sent home, and the camp turned into a staging area for firefighters, truly living one of the 4-H pledges.
My hand's larger service.
17 other fire departments helped
You see there's some
Riverhead
pines
battle the
over there,
blaze,
so,
which was found around 12:30 Saturday morning. The fire affecting about 20 acres of these woods near Friars Head Golf Course.
It was very hilly, steep, cliffs, big trees. It was dark, windy, and they changed direction on us a couple times.
The blaze continued midday, but firefighters continue to monitor hot spots in impossible-to-reach locations.
Which makes it hard to fight these fires.
One firefighter received minor injuries and is expected to be okay. Also on Saturday, a fire ripped through West Islip by Good Samaritan Hospital. There was also a brush fire in Coram that's now under control. Officials across Long Island warning the current dry conditions and strong winds can create elevated fire growth potential. The National Weather Service issued a red flag warning for Long Island. These conditions are why Colin Hedges says they decided to do without a fire last night.
We knew that we were not going to have a fire last night due to the weather and the warnings.
Actions officials suggest all residents follow until conditions improve.
Everybody just stay vigilant, keep an eye out, no open burns, no fires, no fire pits. Just try to be smart.
So, yeah, these fires are causing a lot of problems. Let's go to NBC New York. And again, it's affecting everybody. Unhealthy, smoke blankets, mayor bans park grilling. This is incredible. You can see the fire danger here too as well. So here's another video about what's going on.
In a month and a half, we've had the dry air on top of that, and then the
it hasn't rained in a month and a half.
That's the combination for rapid wildfire spread.
So these are the wildfires that are burning right there.
So much, just a carelessly discarded cigarette or an outdoor campfire, something like that, and the fires can get going. These are some of the most active ones we have right now in Englewood Cliffs, Pompton Lakes, and West Milford, and that fire there in West Milford was visible via satellite. There's the smoke moving down through northeastern New Jersey and into the 5 boroughs earlier today, visible on satellite. Here's why. We haven't had measurable rain in New Jersey and Newark specifically in 41 days. It's the longest such streak on record. And
all-time
today,
record right there.
Drier, dew points down in the teens, but there is
those
some
low dew
relief
points,
coming.
all that
this
stuff
is the line
really
of rain out to the west of us that should be arriving by tomorrow evening. Obviously, this is much needed. It is not going. And the additional rain.
New Yorkers woke up to the smell of smoke and saw haze in the air. That haze and that smoke coming from active wildfires raging in New Jersey. But last night, some of that smoke came from right here in Brooklyn, Prospect Park, where a brush fire
there was a
raging.
Wildfire in Central Park, in Prospect Park, which is crazy.
Off-putting because you don't associate things like a bushfire with the city.
Tonight, Mayor Eric Adams is banning grilling in all of the city's bone-dry parks and reminding New Yorkers to conserve water. This after a 2-alarm brush fire scorched 2 acres of Prospect Park just before 7 p.m.
It's crazy.
An extremely inaccessible area to get our equipment and our folks into position. Hilly, dense brush.
It took more than 100 firefighters to put out the fire. Fire trucks on standby in case the wind reignited any embers overnight.
We live deep in Kensington, and we could smell it this morning.
Never thought we'd be praying for rain, but we really need rain with all of these leaves and the dry ground and trees.
The smoke in the air deemed unhealthy for those sensitive to air pollution, like seniors, children, and those with respiratory conditions. Nasa Lozano lives in Kensington and says her asthma flared up this morning.
I felt froggy, my eyes hurt, my throat hurt. I thought I was getting sick, and then as it cleared up, it occurred to me that it was the fire.
Over in New Jersey, the Forest Fire Service has responded to more than 40 fire calls in the last 24 hours.
40 fire calls.
Contained 50% of the Pompton Lakes fire in Passaic County. So far, the fire has chewed through 164 acres, and firefighters worry dozens of buildings could be in the path of that fire if conditions worsen.
Currently, there are still 55 structures threatened in the event that the fire does not stay within its containment lines.
The new threat is now coming from another New Jersey wildfire, this time in West Milford.
That's the
Flames have crossed over into Orange County,
That's the
New
big
York.
one right there.
Right now, the fires have burned over 1,500 acres. And
it's now at 2,000. So
we have some structures.
It's already old information, but showing you where these fires are, we'll just show you briefly where all these wildfires are. First, starting on Long Island, Baiting Hollow by the 4-H Club. Friars had this general area here. I think it's said it was by Friar. Yeah, right here. So you can see. Yeah, there are pitch pines here, so this is a Pine Barrens environment. Not surprised that fire would play a role here, but it will only help the Pine Barrens in that case. The one in Coram was behind the Home Depot, so this area woods right here is where we had a wildfire. And then going over to Jersey, the big one. This is the big one now. This is the one that's burning Upper Greenwood Lake. This is the area right here. Right on the border here, and this also looks like an area there could be Pine Barrens as well, so not a surprise that we would see wildfire in this area. There are some structures obviously in this area here, but it's this general area here where this wildfire is burning. Let's see if we could just get a look and show you what it looks like over here. Probably not a whole lot of pictures here to look at, but you can see this is the lake. And I see pitch pines here. So, yeah, if there are pitch pines, those are white pines, but there are some pitch pines in here too as well. So, not a surprise that we would see fire here. It will, again, create a lot of smoke, but it will help the pines kind of dominate things a little bit. But yeah, this is the Greenwood Lake, upper Greenwood Lake area here that we're seeing this fire here. Let's see if we can get some pictures here. We'll see if we can get some more. No, not a whole lot of pictures. It's probably an off the beaten trail area, but this is the area that's being affected. I'm not sure. We got to figure out what. Let's see. I go to Google Traffic. It should show me where the roads are closed off. All right, so let's see. It should show me where the roads are closed off, because they said a road was closed off where this wildfire was burning, but I can't find it on here. So, but anyway, oh, this is it. This is where it's burning right here. All right, so it's in this area right here. Oh, it's in this area. But yeah, it's in this area right here. So this is where the wildfire is. It's right in this area. You can see the red thing. That means it's closed off. Probably pitch pines in here too as well. Would not surprise me if there are some in here at all. But it will favor the pines, obviously, because they will spread their seeds in these fires, and there'll be more pitch pines as the end result of that, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it sucks that it has to be a wildfire, you know, and structures are threatened, and it really is sad that somebody lost their life because of it. But that's the latest I have for you. So looking forward to the rain tomorrow night, but we still got to get through tomorrow, and the fires are still burning, and we could still see more developed as well. Although the moisture levels will come up, we still have the breeze, we still have dry stuff, dry tinder and things, so that is going to cause issues. Power outages, I don't think we're seeing any power outages as a result of these fires. So that is going to wrap up this update here. And again, look at that smoke there coming off that wildfire there. That one, that one up there in this area really is creating a lot of smoke. So that's the dominant fire right now, and that's going to probably burn for days, even if it rains tomorrow. It's going to take them a while to get that out. So have a good night.